Good time, squirrel, to everybody. Hi. I hope. Well, that sounded wrong. Well, I'm off to a bad start. Welcome in, everybody. Time zones. I hope everybody is having a survivable Tuesday, and not getting squirreled, distracted, and wondering what the heck's going on. Welcome in. It's definitely a Tuesday. Does it have to be? Can we, not have to just deal with time? I mean, actually, I'd rather we just didn't have to deal with work. Be lovely, wouldn't it? I hope that everybody is doing well. This is one of the more rambling entrances. What did you expect? I am Squirrel. Hear me, Mew. I don't know. Welcome in, everybody. We've got quite a few people, so let's get the welcomes in and all of the things like that. So we had a Blast coming in and a Landstrad who set up shop early, a Frauke with a hot and cold drinks counter, a super fast Feg coming in as well. Welcome in to all of you. You got here before the parade of bots. Good to see you all. Let's see, the parade of bots came through, and then the scurrying began, which is always lovely, and Landstrad making sure that the streamer gotchi is appropriately looked after. Heil Hydrate. Ooh, I have a thought. I'll come back to that one. And a stretch. Squirrel. Worst thing is, the idea is actually a squirrel. Oh, the brain cell's broken. Thank you, Landstrad. Welcome in. Jerry May, good to see you as well. More scurrying, such scurry, welcome in. Tamir Kula, welcome in. And TGM, good to see you. Thank you for the lurk there, Feg. Kilbuddy, Chaos Tween, welcome in. I don't know. Nordic Wolf coming in, and thinking, you know what, I'm gonna get caught by the Merry White House bot, and then immediately managing to scamper off into the distance and not be caught. So congratulations on that. Semi-lurk, as you sometimes fight with your computational data, but also being distracted because Blast Jordan. Yep. Don't blame it on me, though. You cannot blame it on me. Squirrelfish is actually a thing. That's what happens if you throw a squirrel off of a cliff into the river. Splash. Footy, welcome in. You know, today may actually take the cake for the most demented opening yet. But hey, there's still more time for it to get worse. Cool teacher, welcome in. Do you have diamond level yet on your Gordon? Well, we will have to go and look. Oh, here we go. First pun coming up. Kel brought out the squirrely distractions. Squirrel! Why did the squirrel bury the tuna? Well, tuna backwards is a nut. Is it not? Oh. That would be why the squirrel dug up a tuna. Because, of course, they weren't... We have had some time. Don't forget the Fox pre-order. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Frauke. Might have a look to see if we've got Little Red turning up. We've got a couple of things to do before we have to snurbled. As you can tell, maybe. You refuse to be twisted. You're twisted like the rest of us, Blast. You can't claim innocence and still be in here. As you may possibly be able to tell, we are on the Tiny update. I can't remember if it's Tiny Takeover, Tiny Terrors, which probably seems more appropriate. Although, to be honest, Tiny Terrors would be the Ravagers that we arrived into. Tiny Takeover. It is. Okay. I still think Tiny Terrors is probably more appropriate given our world. Let's get the cam account up as well. Okie dokie. Quick audio check. Yep, I'd say we've got audio. Okie dokie. First things first, let's go and throw ourselves in the river. Nearly missed there. How? I've got all this ocean and I nearly missed. Very innocent. Definition of innocence and the drop of purity. Tiny Terrors, absolutely Tiny Ravagers. Heck, you'd even include Tiny Wardens on that. No, Feg, that was not... Happy Trans Day of Visibility. I was not aware that was a specific thing for today. Congratulations on having a day. Very much support that one. Flowers. I have... No, that's sunflowers. That doesn't have any flowers. I have 18 dandelions. That may not be enough. Let's make myself 10 of the new things. Gold. I need gold. Right. This should give me golden dandelions. Well, what do you know? We've got golden dandelions already. That didn't take long. I remember seeing a conversation, and I haven't actually watched the video, but apparently, eggs. Pearlescent Moon asked Agnes whether or not there was any thought about giving these guys the ability to dig up something that might grow into a golden dandelion, perhaps. Neither did you till now. Scrub Blue Sky showing up in your feed. Well. Oh wow. Oh, wow. You know what? I think we need to keep that. Come here. Come here. Where? Look, get back here, you fnibbling little thing. Okay. Arthur. That's adorable. It's the blocky chickie. Blocky chickie, do-do-do-do-do, blocky chickie, do-do-do-do-do. You know, I'm kind of surprised that since I haven't updated the thingamy doohickey. What is it? That's mods. I haven't updated fresh animations, so I fully expect these things to probably be broken. Still hate it. Seems to be a big clucking deal. Puntax. Puntax. Do-do-do-do-do. Puntax. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We all know it's rusted in place. Yeah, well. Right. Fnurbles finds a way. Well, currently Fnurbles is hiding in the corner again. Hey, Fnurbles. I'm out of here. We have a Crussel in chat. No, that's the wrong page. I'm going to push that button anyway. Nobody believes in the Spanish Inquisition or the Blastquisition. I don't know. So apparently Kel is now auditioning for Rapunzel. I didn't know you were Rapunzel, Kel. Is this a new role that you're planning on taking on? Do you have the long hair? Does it have magical powers? Frying pans. Who knew? Hey, Mr. Roo. Welcome in. Boing. 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 Is the hair strong, healthy enough to support weight? Who knows? I mean, hair is incredibly strong. Hair is long, not that long, and you're not blonde enough either. Ah, well. So, you're just going for the frying pan training course then? Yeah. Nearly fell out the back of the portal. Okay. The reason I came here is because I am roaming a little. I haven't looked. I did double check before I did the upgrade in a test world, but I want to double check that all of the armor stands are okay. How you doing, Mr. Roo? Don't need to be Rapunzel to smack folks with a frying pan. No, you could be a horse. You could be several of the evil bad guys that actually are really good guys. You could be Flynn Rider. It just happens to be the thing that sticks in my head. Oh, hold on. I say that one's still here. All of those are still here. Even that one's still here. Yep, I would say that the armor stands are okay. Let's double check with Buster. Hey Buster, how you doing? And M5. Armor stands are all where we left them. Excellent. Try to design a bridge in Minecraft. That's not as easy as it seems sometimes. You do have to get over it a bit. I'm gonna get in trouble for puns like this. Oh, that reminds. Let's double check. Yeah, Tiny Key Child is still here. And still tiny. Hi, Tiny Key Child. How you doing? Are you gonna try and murder me? Of course you are, you're Tiny Key Child. If you're wilderness-based, diagonal inclined one. Ooh, good lord. That's many different problems all in one, isn't it? Multi-million block sea cliffs. No, that's my Mondays. Nordic Wolf, you're just as insane as I thought. Right. We had a question in chat. Who was it who was asking it? I know I need to scroll back mentally. Nordic Wolf looking for whether or not they're at Diamond on their Gordon. Nordic Wolf. You'll be fine, Cal. Diamond. Wolfthorn Fenrison is on Diamond. Huh. Only the one? Didn't you have a second? Well, while you're thinking about what happens next, I will deal with the other things that need to be done in sequence. Notably, we need to go over to the Frozen Archive. Whee! Boing, Who the fnubbles are you? Yeah, you can get wrecked. No idea how that email got to me. It's not for me. Neuromancer Thesrul? Okay, I have you said hold. I mean, you did, but equally, I have a redeem over in the Frozen Archive that is in the queue. So I deal with the queue in the queue. We are queued. Hey, Math Girl, and welcome in Elkhorn as well. Boing. Oh. I sure hope I have a Gordon that's trained. I have this sudden feeling that I might not have trained any of the Gordons that we recruited last week. This could be a problem. I'm going to abuse... hold on. I forgot. I haven't trained any. I know we put them in the training room, but I didn't do anything with them. Right, hold up. Let's swap to the cam account. I have a sneaking feeling that there's a ghast in my tunnel. Right. Boing. Yeah, you deal with that, Bobby. Where's the right tunnel? There it is. Boing. Where are we? If in doubt, borrow the cam account. Do the passive training setups not any worth shooting a protected villager? I do not have protected village. I do not keep protected villagers up in Castle Gordonstein. If anything ever, for any reason, triggered a raid, every single trained Gordon would become part of the raid. And so, mysteriously, that's on my no-no list. As in, oh no, 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 no. I'm trying to remember. If I go into creative, are you going to shoot at me? Or do I need to be in... Alright, come on. No. Congratulations. Excellent. Right. The cam account is currently being a target. I don't normally use the cam account for things like this, but in the interests of time, and Elkhorn's on a 150 stream streak. Run! And they managed to escape. Congratulations on another escape there, Elkhorn. Cam account is moonlighting at Gordon Training Officer. Exactly. Right. As. Yep. Okay. The reason we are here is to feed dandelions to foxes. So, we need to find baby foxes and feed them dandelions. I'm trying to remember if there's any small white foxes up in this area. I swear that list is getting longer there, Nordic Wolf. Hey, True Purple. Did we have any small white foxes? Yes. Feed me and... Excuse me. Feed me and Chaos Sprout are both... They appear to be babies. Yeah. Not quite sure what they're doing in that corner. Oh, we got a wall of foxes. I'm not sure they are trapped. I can't tell. I'm fairly sure I've seen them not in that corner. They also appear to be asleep. Oh, no, maybe not. Yeah, they were trapped. Okay. Let's... One of these looks like it's small. That's a small Fnurbles, isn't it? Yeah, Fnurbles is small. Okay, so that's 3. Chaos Sprout we fed. Kiwi, welcome in. True Purple on a 435 stream streak. And being the first person to end up in blanket jail today. Nice try, though. Fenrir is an adult. Foxy Books is an adult. Gremlin is also an adult. Molly. Ow. Bush. Hi. Okay, I think we've gotten all of the baby foxes that are in this area. Oh, hold on. Are you small? What are you? Who are you? You're small and... You appear to be small? Are you small? No, you're too big to be small. Right. I know we've got a couple of small ones up here. Hey, Ritsu. Yes, there's definitely at least a small one up here. Problem might be out getting to them. Ah. No, I don't, Kel. Sorry. And Ritsu scurrying for 99 times. Oh, joining the 99th. And 205. No, I didn't... name tags I have in my inventory. In my... Hello. Oh, you are definitely a baby. How do I get into... help you? Hi. Hello. Are you a baby? Would you mind... Yeah, Fox Jordan is definitely a small one. Honestly, I suspect that even if they're not small and I feed them, they're going to they're just not going to become older than old. I really want to try and get to those ones, but yeah. Hi. You appear not to have a name at all. How do you not have a net? Huh. Ow. Moonbeam. Definitely small. Okay, I think that's all of the small ones in this area. Haven't we got that one already? Blast. I haven't seen it as a white fox, though, that said. I think we've got that as a red fox. Well, I don't really know. What am I... Oh. Good grief. I've still got 4 more. Okay. Sakura is not small. Why do I have a feeling that finding foxes in this is going to be a nightmare? Right, you are... 0, yep. You're tiny. Sir Foxington, Fnurbles, the Red Fox. Okay, those 2 are small. Maid Marian and Robin of Age Locksley. Wait, you can actually grow these? Yep, Robin is okay, Elkhorn. Oh look, you're foxing with me. We have as a red fox. Not as a white fox, so it won't be a repeat. And that is a small Fnurbles. Now there's a phrase. I've just run out of dandelions. Okay, you, I think I've... Gosh, foxing that. I mean, we don't have it as a white fox. So, having a white fox and a red fox with the same name, I'm not going to complain about. What I do need to do is get more gold and... Yeah, I was just thinking that, Kel. Hey, Willikins. Oh, look. Storage. I don't actually have any gold. Please don't ask why I've got a shulker that's that big. I've got golden apples, but not gold. So I guess we have to go to IKEA and get more gold and flowers. Oop, no, want to actually go through that nether portal. Do not want the same name, different variants, more creativity. Okie dokie. Gosh, foxing done. Right, let's go to IKEA, get what we need for some more golden dandelions. Because that's definitely needed. Because if nothing else, we need one for Little Reds. You see, this is what happens when we do an update. We have to do all sorts of little things. Gosh, fucking darn it. I mean, you pick. You're the one who owns the decision, basically. I have veto rights, but you haven't said anything that I'm likely to veto yet. Not even Danny to veto. Okay, that's cursed. Ah. I was wondering why I couldn't sleep. We don't have partial sleep on this server. Because of course we never do. We so very rarely have 2 people on this server. You found the broken? I mean, I got plenty of broken. It took me a minute to figure out why I wasn't getting anywhere there. I was like, why am I not sleeping? Why? Oh, good lord. The Piglin Child. Oh yeah, that was definitely that was cursed. Right, so we need Dudley Do. Necromancer Thazeril, and I can't count 3 correctly, which is not the worst of things. And gosh, Foxing darn it. Porkchop, you appear to have gone to pieces. Also, that's a very, very large sword that you're holding. I don't remember one Elkhorn, no. Oh, good. Let's get 10 of those. Porkchop, pull yourself together. 9 10s are 98. If I make it 96, that'll make it a multiple of 8, which should get me 12 more flowers. And with luck, I have 7. 7 is not 12. Today on Maths with Scotsman. Heil Hydrate. Robin Hood and Little John riding through the forest. I mean, at some point there will probably be pandas. Hey, Raven. And a stretch. To go with the hydrate. Thank you, Kel. I think, which is usually a bad sign, those 2 words generally cause me to panic. I think I have flowers up in Lagville. Lotus, welcome in, and you've taken us over the count. We are at 100 squirrels. There will be another donation going out as a result of that. Which, given that the Gamers Outreach Weekend is very much in the offing in the near future, is probably where that's going to end up going. So thank you, Lotus. And thank you, everybody, for all the check-ins. Why did I come in here? This is not where I will find flowers. I will find flowers on the flower stall. You suck at escaping. 9 to 5. Oof. Apparently the bot does not like you escaping. I have 21 poppies that are dandelions. Am I going to have to set up a dandelion farm? Because you can't just plant a dandelion and hit it with a large amount of yeah, there's lots of Gamers Outreach coming up. You can't just plant a dandelion and bone meal it, can you? Pick a plains, any plains. Yeah, Elcon's right. It's very much just... Oh, look. I found a plains biome. Actually, that's the savannah. That's not going to work. What am I talking about? Ginger! Welcome in. The only flower more prolific are poppies. Yeah, I've got plenty of those. Boing, boing. Ginger! Bacon squish. Savannah still works. Yeah, we're not in an urgent need for, hopefully, more than a dozen more golden dandelions, he says, hoping. Rumbaba. Okay. Right, I have 16 dandelions left over that I have not turned into golden dandelions. Here's hoping that I've gotten that right. What are the odds that I'm not? Are you guys still shooting at me? Oh, you are. Nah. It's like, are you still shooting at me? Apparently. You two appear to have given up, so you're now well trained. I think. No, you're not. Okay, none of them are well trained yet. Whoopsie. I think they're trying desperately to... instant regret. Yep. That meeting went so long, it's almost time for your next meeting. Oh, no. I can't see that. Fresh animations. And not think it's cursed. So, we will... we can't use fresh animations for the moment, otherwise pork chop is a cursed pork chop. What's a cursed pork chop? That sounds like something you really don't want. Bone meal doesn't work on any one tall flowers. Yeah. Can I use stale animations? I think I was, given the way that pork chop was coming to pieces. And Elkhorn has glanced at his lunch. Sounds like a plan. Ginger is on a 5-stream streak and has managed to escape. Nicely done, Ginger. 5-1. You see, RNG is weird. Yeah, pork chop. Pork chop? What happened? Did you always have one ear? No flesh on the other side. Aha! That would explain it. Elkhorn bringing the common sense there. Well, since we need to go back through the nether to... Have we seen Little Red yet? Nope. Alright. No, I don't think we have yet. Boing. I mean, if she's busy, don't poke her too hard, Kel. That sounds wrong. And we have a hoot hoot. Hoots, mom, there's hoots. Hoots, a hoot, hoot, hoot. I'm just going to go with a basic attempt. Right. Boing, giddy boing, giddy boing. You know what I mean, Blast. I know there are many, many oh my's in this conversation sometimes. Catches and misses are both weeklies. Woohoo! Isn't it catches below a certain weight? But I think it's something like 500 kilos, which is one of those, yeah. Yes, you do. Doesn't mean you're not going to call it out. I mean, yeah. An oh my or an oh you. You poked her, she appears to be. We'll see if she turns up. Okay. Unless it's chonky. Now, does somebody in creative count towards the sleep cap? Not like you have any privilege to quote you. At this point, you don't. The reason I ask is we're getting close to sleepy time. Hi, Void. Hello, Void. Aren't you a happy kitty? I love you, Void. Yeah. Betty. Okay. No. So creative doesn't count towards, or still counts as a character. So I have to bring the camera count back into survival. Well, yep, you still have anger issues. That looks weird when he's sitting down. The camera count looks weird when it's sitting down. Okay, right. What are we doing? Elbow fingers. Yes. Would it be worth adding the multiplayer sleep data pack onto the server for those who... does it... I thought there was a... I thought there was... yeah, I was about to say, I thought there was a game rule. Ah, there it is. Yes. That'll do. If 20% of the players are sleeping, then it'll work. Given that we only have 2 players, 20% is... yeah. 20% just means that it's required. Or it'll cope with 1. Oop. Boop. Right. $20 is in case of the unlikely event of their... Okay, Rouge, I don't think we've seen today. Hold on. NTT... Is there a... Okay, so targeted entity Minecraft Fox. It does not... Oh. Thank you, Cal. Yeah, it doesn't... So... targeted entity doesn't tell me whether or not they are able to grow up or not. Is there something else in here? Ah, entity tags. Interesting. It doesn't have a tag to say that it's not going to grow up. Interesting. I was hoping that that would actually show me something. I doubt it's going to be block tags, because that's not definitely going to make any difference. So there's absolutely nothing that tells you whether or not an entity has been fed a Oh well, I will have to research that one. I think, however, yep. Robin of Age Loxley, 0 fox given, you're foxing with me, you're an older one. I think we've fed every single one of the foxes now. Yeah, Rouge was the last one that I hadn't seen this evening. I mean, to be honest, I don't know that any of these were going to grow up because they were all age locked, and I think the tags that this menu is the debug options menu. It's basically the F3 control menu. It's very, very useful because you can turn on and off things like what am I looking at as an entity, what are the tags for it, etc. But it's also where things like your position, so player position, is available in here, and you can control whether or not it's visible. This column has the joyful bit of being able to actually say, I always want to see my player position. So even when you're not in debug, not that you can see it right now because it's hidden behind my because it's hidden behind the overlays, but it allows you to do things that you never used to be able to do. And we've got Hey Blinken. Right. So, working in order of whether or not I have any sanity. Since Little Red isn't around, the next thing that we need to do... I think at least one of these is now stopped shooting. Oh. At least this guy on the left has stopped shooting at me. Hold on. Yep. Yep. Okay. So, cam account goes back to being a power user. So, thank you for the Fox redeem there, Elcon. Since Little Red's not around, let us move to the next item on my list of things to do, which is get Nordic Wool for Gordon, which is the reason why the cam account has just been having its moment as a pincushion. Boing. Boing. Some days, I swear, trying to actually work out what I'm doing post-upgrade is just a little bit confusing. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the fact that we... I guess I was pinning it on him. Hey, Ancients! Some days I swear. Yes, I fnurbling swear. And Kel is hungry. Look after you. Toast sounds nice, Kel. Boing. 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 Boingity. Boing. 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 Boingity. Boing. 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 Boingity. Boing. Boing. Boingity. Boing. 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 It's not as good as the cat can, but yeah. Right. I should put the golden dandelions somewhere safe. For the moment, I'm going to put them in my purple bundle. That's about as safe as it gets right now. Bing, 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 bing. Why do I have 6 berries? Because I've been around foxes, and foxes result in berries. Today on Reasons to Visit 3/4 of the World. I mean, let's see. We are 52 minutes into stream. We've been to Jurassic World, Lagville, IKEA, twice, the Frozen Archive, twice, Gordonstein, twice. We're getting around today. It's not even a tour day. No, and darkness is falling, and I am hanging around the Gordons. Apparently, during your research of things, you you discovered a blog named Eat Mad and Prosper. Poor old Mad. That's an empty shulker box. Interesting. Nordic Wolf. Where are you? There you are. Oh, that's not going to fit on a... no, that was not Mad in the name, more like something... Oh, okay. Footy, thank you for the 7 stream streak, and you've escaped. Nice. I did see targeted entry information, yes, Jerry May. And I turned on the tagging information, but neither of those told me whether or not the foxes had been fed golden dandelions. Congratulations on the escape there, Footy. 4 to 7, so you're starting to rack up in your favour there. Kay, welcome in. I'm trying to remember what I'm doing. Right. So, Nordic Wolf now has another person in a book. How's the new update feeling? I am spending a lot of time going back and forth, Kay. Mostly because I keep needing things like more dandelions. I've been feeding all of the existing... Hello. All of the existing babies golden dandelions to make sure that with the removal of the age-locked data pack from vanilla tweaks, they don't grow up suddenly. Okay, all of those are done. Other than that, I haven't really seen much of it. Oh yeah, I forgot. That button doesn't work anymore. That button was for when this thing used to actually be slightly differently arranged. That button works. Sal! Welcome in, Sal. And we have a Tinkertink in chat for those who might be interested in catching one of those. That set right? Yes, it is. Stay on, giving Scots a headache with trapdoors and pillagers. And you know what? I need this boat. Hello. Interesting. That boat was already there. I must have taken it out of the thing earlier. like the other day. Sir, I need you to get in the boat. No, I said in the boat, not on it. I know you're a freshly trained recruit, and we've done things unusually today by having the cam account sat there so that you could be trained. Sir. Hey, welcome in. Canadian Dragon joining the scurry as well there. Thank you, Canadian Dragon. Welcome in. And you caught the Tinker-Tink. Please tell me I've got my scaffolding with me. I was about to say. Right. It's this window that we put you in through. No, that's too low. I must be one of the weirdest people in the world, deliberately acquiring large amounts of pillagers and then putting them in through the window. Okay. You are Necromancer Thazril. Congratulations. Let's get you up onto the scaffolding, dude. That'll do. Hi. Finley. Nice of you to say hi. Oh, what do you know? Straight into the building. Nicely done. Where's my boat, dude? Thank you for joining us. And we will close the windows so that we're no longer coming in through the window. So, over the weekend, one of the things that happened was the Spawn Chunks Hangout, which is where Patreons who support the Spawn Chunks get to actually show things they've been working on. And I showed off the armory. You know, that thing. The pillagers are very, very surreal. It does, Ginger. And how could you submit something to the Hangout, Ginger, that didn't have any polished any glazed terracotta? Polished terracotta? What the heck's polished terracotta? You will. Just wait. Right. I have a feeling that I am not going to be able to type Necromancer Thazril onto this, so I'm just going to put Nordic Wolf 39. Yeah. I mean, I could put Necro Thazril. Hey, Dab. There you are, Nordic Wolf. Thank you so much for hanging out, collecting all the points, and getting yourself another Gordon. Has terracotta just not glazed yet? It did look absolutely fantastic, Ginger. I could just see Mark Watney hanging out in the corner. Right. Whee! Okay. Now that we're up to date with Gordonstein, back to the Frozen Archives. Ever get the feeling that I'm going back and forth a lot today? It's because I have this weird rule in my head that I try to do the redeems in the order that they're redeemed in. Just for... just to be polite. Mark Watney. Oh. The one you don't want removed, Ginger. But Mark Watney, surely you remember The Martian. That's the name of the astronaut from it. Or are you deliberately just trying to make her funny? I could do with a couple of new knees. I'd prefer a replacement spine, personally. Right. Haven't seen the film, did guess that. Okay. The book is fantastic. And I've recently seen the film for Project Hail Mary. And for those who enjoy that sort of film, aka, you know, survival, fantasy, sci-fi crossover thingies, highly recommend it. Need a new exoskeleton. Sounds sensible. Why do pirates make terrible singers? Because they haven't hit the high seas. Oh, Elkhorn. Everyone's raving about that one. For good reason. It's very, very well done. The special effects team that worked on it really, really special effected their hearts out. You could just do with a new body. Couldn't we all? Right, so the third one that I haven't got is... Really? We're going for men in tights as well here. We're men, we're manly men. What does someone with a good singing voice have? Opportunities. Oh. That one hurt. Right. So, we don't have a little red, so that's a red fox that we're waiting for, which is Dudley Do. Gosh Foxing Darn It is a white fox. Is this an age-locked white fox or a able to grow up white fox? Blast. Sheer violent stupidity, Chris. Hey, Chris. Baby fox. Okie dokie. For all that the puns are terrible, they're just puns. They're not abusive, they're not insulting, they're not bad for anybody. They're just puns. Trying to crush the dad joke plague. We tried that. Right. Hello. Would you mind not running around so fast? I'm trying to feed you to breed you. Boy, does that sound weird. Did we... Hold on. Yeah, we did feed Moodbeam a thingy. You're hiding so far into that bush that I can't feed you. Anthony. And... Hi. Yep, Mike. Thank you. No. But will you slow down for a barest fraction of a... Look. Are you a new one? Yes. Gosh Foxing Darn It. Where did you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Gosh Foxing Darn It. I need to feed you a dandelion. There we are. So that's Blast's White Fox. Thank you, Blast. Also, who are you? I swear we've got more foxes than we're supposed to. Try to keep your puns as respectable and family friendly. Exactly. People shoot you with arrows and things that you flash with. Exactly. We do treat Blast as appropriate for all of the puns. I apparently can't jump out of this place. So, there you are. There you are, Blast. Thank you for redeeming a white fox. We now have yet another white fox up in this area. I thought it would be nice to actually add it up in this area. What did the yoga instructor say when the landlord tried to evict her? Now I must stay. I know I pronounced that entirely wrong, but it was deliberate. Hylohydrate. Yeah, it was a bit of a stretch. Thank you, Feg. And a stretch to go with it. Everyone remember, get some popcorn with your drinks. Thank you. Elkhorn, is Hey Blinkin supposed to stay young? Well, that wasn't where I was aiming for. That's better. Yes, age lock. Please match the others. Okie dokie. Yeah, because we've got Robin of Age Locksley and Maid Marian both young. So that makes sense. Right. No, not the dandelions. I need the berries first. Okay. Look, I know there's a youngster here. There it is. Hey, Blinkin. You're staying young. Phew. Note self, rename shovel, ye oldie frying pan, smack blast and help with it. Thank you, Elkhorn. We are continuing the comedy naming schemes. I mean, Maid Marian sat right there. Hey, Blinkin. And you can't... no, that's not the one we're looking for. And apparently these foxes managed to hide... There we are, Robin of Age Locksley. Your foxy business is done. Brain's trying to explode, so you get some sleep. Look after yourself, Blast. And thank you for redeeming some points. Rouge. Yeah. Takes vaccine against puns. If you were Batman, would it be the Bat anti-pun vaccine? Or the anti-bat pun vaccine? Actually, no, that would only be for bat puns. Only if it was the Adam West era. True. Right. And we have a Sudowoodo in chat for those who are trying to catch, miss, or do other things. Oh, and here's our escaping pun on exit from Blast. Did you know that 4 out of 5 doctors actually say medicine is the best medicine? And that 5th doctor wears a red clown nose, so believe him at your own risk. I didn't realise you were getting medical information from Patch Adams. Note, Patch Adams was actually a pretty good doctor and knew how to care for his patients. So, yeah. Sometimes the doctor with a red nose is the one you should be listening to. Robin Williams should have won an Oscar for that. Robin Williams should have won far more Oscars than he did. But actually, Patch Adams was a real person, as far as I'm aware. I don't know. Right. Have I got enough room in the wallet for the golden dandelions? Yes. Grabs the pharmacist and orders new meds. I need to do that next weekend. But then again, I order new meds when I've got 3 weeks left. So, meh. Right, we still have Dudley Do to do, as it were. Hunter Doherty, Patch Adams. He was a real person. I thought so. Batman, Bathman, Bateman. Doing well on the Bathman. Use the. Go! No, Fnurbles Man is a different one altogether. Welcome back, Raven. Congratulations on surviving the meetings so far. Does Bathman just yeet tubs at his enemies? Probably. Okay. So... when does this Scots would make a good Officer Dibble? No. 2611 release candidate dropped today. Yeah, I saw that. Interestingly, from what I understand... Hey Midna, welcome in. I believe that that .1 release is to cope with the fact that you can't report things in chat anymore. Yeah, chat reporting. It's not high on my list of things to fix. So, I'm not going to be trying to upgrade to that version as fast as I did. The fact that I'm on 26.1 is already doing well. The only thing I haven't... no, there's two mods that I do not have. Actually, there's one mod per account. So the server is missing Blue Map Marker Manager, which means absolutely nothing to everybody else. Blue Map Marker Manager just allows me to put map markers, points of interest, etc. This account is missing Axiom, and the cam account is missing Flashback. So each instance of Minecraft involved in the streaming of today's streaming is missing one mod. It's a triple off by one error. It's off by one errors across the board. Oh, goodness. No, not another off by one. When Dick Grayson became Robin, he was very much very confused about what a Hroom was. What? Oh, Bat Room. Oh. Well, at least he wasn't trying to change the Ares. Did I see Joel was an OBO in his stream earlier? No, I didn't, Ginger. I was catching up on. The Pearlescent Moon stream where they took Tango on vacation. I still have the minecart. Who knows? Who doesn't want to vacation in a glass box in an ancient city? Tango, most of the time. The opening of his most recent video was, "Why am I here? Why am I 30,000 blocks from home? How did I get here?" Tango on vacation. Isn't that just getting him out decked out? Oh, he had a lovely conversation with his chat last night about getting him out of it. No, Scots didn't say them. Waste patient. No. Well, I don't tend to AFK. So Tango is pondering a doorbell for the mountain. But he's pondering it as, of all things, an Enderpearl stasis chamber. Bing bong! Avon calling. Zoom! Suddenly, Tango. You ran. Oh, that's going to be so wrong. Okay. Some of these things are not supposed to be here. As if by magic, the shopkeeper appeared. Yes, that too. Okay, these don't stack, and I don't have any spare slots in that. Right, you're not even supposed to be here today. So, forcibly returned to decked out. No, it's forcibly taken out of the mountain. It's going to literally be Tango appearing outside of the mountain. Oh, that would have been better over here. Actually, no, this is... None of this is... Well, actually, I've got a torch flower here. Fine, okay, we will put a torch flower here then. So tired, state that is likely to continue until Saturday. Oof. That sounds... I was going to say that sounds tiring, but that really sounds like I'm taking the mix. The mix? Nibbles. I am so tempted to get a Snifflet and Age Locket. But apparently all I'm getting is picture pods. And eggs. There's a lot of eggs around here. A la the coffin bed. Yep. I appear not to have any pictures. Sorry. One of us knows what they're talking about, and I wish it was me. I have plenty of pictures. I just don't have any. Alright. Haven't said what you named your sniffer, have you? No. What have you named your sniffer? Snuffleupagus. Aww. Snuffleupagus. Ooh, I have a sniffer egg. No, that one. Right. Can we start the countdown, please? No. You. Why is my brain just gone? What happens if you feed a golden dandelion to the egg? Don't worry. My brain is not working. No, it can't. Can I rub a golden dandelion on an egg? I wish to have that phrase stricken from the record ever. Named the sniffers on your Snolo world Sniffy and Snuffy. Snuffleupagus is your sniffer on Idiotic. Right. Nope. You can't rub a golden dandelion on an egg. Look, you heard what I said, dragon. There's too many chickens. Sounds like something Zeus would do. Really? Iron nuggets. Right. We are now 1 hour and 23 minutes into stream, and as yet I have not placed a single fnurbling block. I've placed an egg. Don't think that counts. Oh dear. You honestly didn't hear it. So it really was, can I rub a golden dandelion on an egg? So it's like, your streams. I know, Ginger. I feel like I'm trying to take over from you sometimes. None of us can take over from Ginger, though. Ginger is too amazing. Right. So, between streams, yes, I have actually. Scott doesn't even have a resident gremlin. No. I as well. So we built last time this. Our fast way up to the stairs. And a headache. So that's the fast way up the tower. Which, I need more stairs. Which means I need more. The rum-clad fnurbler. Yes. And this isn't even idiotic for Kel to distract me. Exactly. And while I could happily just jump straight off the building, I'd like to actually finish building this at some point, so it is solid. So I needed a way back down. Now there will be stairs in this section, but that's not suitable. So this side has been built out to the same location of all of these stairs, and well, it is just literally a matter of walking forwards. And as you can tell, all the sections have powdered snow. So it's nice and safe to walk out. Woohoo! On the outside, that's what they said about the cake staring. How many deaths? You see, that's the thing. You can't accidentally walk straight over the edge on this because it's encased. So I have done the encasing of the outside edge. And one thing I did do was I took back some of the extensions to the sizing of the polished deep slate because it no longer felt like a good shape, and I didn't like the way that the back lined up with it anymore. So now it lines up more like this, which I think actually works quite nicely. This looks like it's wrong, but since there's a duplicate at the top here after the straight section, and it does work afterwards, I think that's just an artifact of trying to build an arch this size. Because this arch is a little bit big. And we have a Doduo in chat for those who might need their Pokemon fix. I need a bed for my The Darkness is Falling fix. I'm a dedicated student of large curves. Well then. I'm not sure what to make of that statement. That said, this build does have a lot of very nice curves to it. It is rather curvy. I'm very much liking the way that it's coming together. So, in the interests of actually placing blocks today... yeah. Lloyd, who would like to live in a curve like this? I've got two options of what I could be doing at this point. We could carry on working on the archway and get the rest of the Ghast Tower dock built. Or we could start working on the back of the build. We could de-greenify it. Which, given the size of this thing, is probably going to take the rest of the week. I'm not saying this is a small build. On the grounds that it isn't. Whee. No. Somewhere around here. That one. We've got bricks and granite. Which is a good start. And somewhere around here we had tuff. Don't suppose we've got any tough stairs left. Highly unlikely. No, but we've got tough brick slabs, which is one of the things I did need to go with the stairs. Oh, and tough bricks. So let's make some those tough bricks into tough brick stairs, and completely ignore both of the things we were going to do, and fix the stairs at the top of the stairs. At the top of the arch. Yes, it was secret option C, which wasn't even on the list. It's like, yes, we can do option A or option B. Nope, secret option C, not even on the list. Completely broken. Whee! Right. Oh, that's wrong. That's not right. What are the odds that I'm not going to have anywhere near enough stairs to even get up the tower once? I'd say the answer is 1. Ah. Close enough. Right. I was about to say, where's my stone cutter? It's in my inventory. Right, I need more stairs. Why am I... Right, you need a stair, you need a stair. I was about to say, why am I going to walk to the bottom of this and then come back up and place the stairs when I could actually just walk backwards and stare at the stairs as I fall down them? Hey, sci-fi. Why am I not surprised that that is quote 69? I can only walk backwards for Christmas. What? I would be confused, but that would be too normal. You're kidding. And off by 1 error. Or 2. Hold on. Let's do the half slabs while I remember them. Am I in the Ministry of Silly Walks? Not this year. I haven't paid my dues. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 30, 32. So I need 32 half slabs and 2 stairs. Paid my dues. Hey Henry, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I think that's Raven trying to tell me I'm off by 2, and I think they're right actually. It was 2. Yep. This has the advantage of making this area completely spawn-proof, which is useful for a staircase. You don't want to be mobbed on the stairs. Alright, and let's put that there because we haven't finished it. Thank you, Raven. Okay. I think I was going to try and figure out how to put something like lanterns into this, but first we need to, you know, kind of bring the roof all the way up. But for the moment, we've done the section that I wanted to do, which was those stairs. So let's actually go back to the thing I was going to do, which is de-greenify the back of this build. One thing I do think I need to do is... I've got a couple of pillars here that aren't... Hold on, let's get the camera count and look at this. Because I think there's a couple of... yeah. That shouldn't be netherrack. Neither should that. Which raises several questions of what should it be? Or should it be something else? No, it should be built out properly. It shouldn't be netherrack. It should be the mix of stone, andesite and brick, like this pillar. And also, it then needs to have, from about here upwards, it needs to have this sort of texture down the middle of it. Because, hey, there's a gap here. And what are we going to do here? Because that feels like it should be a wall. Am I actually pondering the actual sections that are supposed to be getting fixed here? Can't do that. No, we'll come back to that. If I do come back to that, though, it's going to be an absolute nightmare to get to, isn't it? I feel like I should fix that before we do the back wall, because if I don't fix it now, I'm never going to be able to get to it sensibly. I want to build the back wall. Oh well. Let's fix the things that need fixing. I've got to be the adult around here. Also, do we have a sniffler? Yes, we do. I'm sure I saw it. Hello, you. You don't get to grow up. You get to stay adorable and small forever. Hello. Sniff, sniff. Sniffy, sniff. Sniff, sniff, sniff. It's the amount that the nose moves. It's just like how much does that nose move? Snifflet. Yep. Trundle, trundle. Yep. Hey, it's better than Trump, Trump, Trump. That's a lot of animals to get into this area. Or Dunga Dunga. Yes. Oh, yes. That sign reads very weirdly if you read it from top to bottom. I've just realised. Dead ponies creaking axolotl. Redeemable. I do. Oh well. Zombie horses, husk camels creaking, both zombie not alive. It's nice to know that I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing at the best of times, and I require constant adult supervision in the form of Raven, Kel, and the rest of chat. Chris constantly telling me, I need to eat! Speaking of which. Oh. I'm a functional adult. I'm a functional person. Really, I am. Really. Well, excuse you, Kel. I'm terribly sorry. How do I not have any stone brick in here? And 2.5 stacks of... wow. Kel is age-locked. You prefer adult. Yeah. I definitely, I definitely am sure I am adult. Right. No, that's dirt. That's not... We got any andesite around here? Copper ore. That's not andesite. That's gravel. None of that's andesite. That's andesite. Right, so we've got stone, brick, and andesite. I think that's the set of 3 for the back of this, or for the pillars of this. Fnurbles. You're not getting into the nether again. Adult sized with a childish mindset, so you're short, so you're very age locked. Oh dear. No, that's not going to help. Okay. You know, I don't think any of this is going to help me get up to the top of this tower. Oh, yes it is. Hold on. Missed. Wrong floor. One of us knows where they're going. I wish it was me. You know, that whole bit of actually swimming up there is actually really makes it faster. And we have a Pokemon in chat. It is a Riolu. Morning, chap. Welcome in. Good time zones. Good to see you. I saw you'd made it back into the Doom and... Ow. You didn't see that. Doom and Cuteness Discord. Right. You know what? It's going to be quicker just to... Look, you didn't see that. Kel saw it. Shadow heard it. Elkhorn heard it. Yep. Had to use the FC message in 14 to get there, but hey, welcome in. Deny it all you like, we can always clip it. Look. Just because you can clip it doesn't mean you should. Actually, I feel like I should be matching... I've done this wrong. I should be matching the tower next to me. Or the pillar next to me. At least reasonably close. Reasonably enough that it feels like it's a solid pair. I'm going to build a solid... it's a moral imperative! Ahem. I did not realize that we were actually now that was I think Elk did the cat can, not the Yakety moment when I turned a corner and got smacked by a Ravager and then legged it from it. I did not realize that we were attempting to build a laser Elkhorn. And maybe fire it at Popcorn. We shall popcornify his house. It's very corny. Okay, that's that one done. I know, this one's already... You did the meow meow can clip. Phrases that only happen in this stream. The meow meow can clip. Why do I am curious about this one. I'm an adult in the same way Pluto is a planet. Oh, I approve of that one, Raven. Yep. Goes with the bus boat. Oh, I have days when I feel that the amount of silly that comes out of my mouth is entirely proportional to the amount that I'm not paying attention to what I'm trying to say. Yes, I know I'm taking down brick, Elkhorn. This pillar is pure stone only. So it needs to be textured. I can't leave an untextured pillar. No, different pillar. This one right here is the one I've just built. Actually, I'm gonna put some stone into this one. In this bit. Please hold while Scott's unfurnables the build. It's more, I'm aging my builds. Scotsman UK keeps their builds old and their mobs young. Exactly. I need an old mob and a young mob and a couple of priests. That sounds weird. You see, it's amazing how much just that little bit of getting the why am I builds old, mobs young, brains elf and herbled. That's more like it. It's amazing what making this the difference of making it anything but solid brick does to the build. And by trying to keep it reasonably consistent in the texturing, it actually looks like it goes together. Here we find Scotsman looking at two very tall, single-wide brick pillars. And going, this is what it should be looked like. This is the way. You can lend me some priests from the Sand Temple. I'm left thinking, just don't make me have to use a... what was the name of the suits from Dune? A still suit. Going down. Here we find Scotsman removing towers. It's his towering achievement. Up. We're going up, up, up. We're building it higher. Trying to build a tower. Make it look pretty now. Also, what are the odds that I don't have enough stone or andesite in my inventory to complete this tower? Joke's on me. I did have enough stone. I just don't have enough to do the last one. Alright. I've got to go back down here again. Actually, I should probably harvest this. How do you not have the emote? Is that... I thought you were a sub. Oh, DNC to Kai. Ah, sorry. Wrong account. It's a Lyra one. Yes. It's the DNC Takai as opposed to the Scotsman Takai. Does this mean I need to undo that that quote? Right. Okay. So the quote librarian is gone from Discord. Quotes way down at the bottom. 591 has now been removed. You should be able to re-add it yourself Feg with the Scotsman Takai. The bot wouldn't be able to use DNC Takai either, so... Strangely, the bot is not a subscriber to Lyra either. Where's Fnurbles? Oh, in his corner. I've gone too high. Right. Going up. There we are. Huh. Something tells me I did not mean for this to be all fully oxidized copper. Fnurbles is all pervasive. Fnurbles is very pervasive. Ow. Pulling down a tower, pulling down a tower, pulling down a tower to build it up again. What goes down must come up. Uh-oh. You know, I don't know Elcon. Was that the tune of Fnurbling Matilda? Fnurbling Matilda, Fnurbling Matilda, Fnurbling Matilda sounds very Takai. And we're wondering just what you're fnurbling with, Matilda. Wondering how you're fnurbling tonight. My apologies to Kel. Who's probably sitting there with their head in their hands and thinking that I am such a derp. That's a creeper in that hole. That sounds even worse. You don't know Elcon? Scotsman UK, this is Elcon. Elcon, this is Scotsman UK. Lord help you for not both for knowing each other. What? Kel zoned out for a second. Probably for the best, Kel, for my own personal safety. Something tells me that Feg might be the one getting smacked by Kel at that rate. Right. It's a happy little creeper. He's just living in his best life in the hole. I'm fairly sure that creeper is living his best life down in this hole. He's surrounded by bats. Is he still down here? Yep, there he is. See? Happy little creeper, living his happiest life down in the hole. It's a hobbit creeper. Exactly. And we have an executor in chat. For those attempting to catch their Pokemon. Ah yes, Bat Creeper. Bat Creeper. And now my brain is wondering... in the hole in the ground there lived a massive explosion. Yep. Right. Hold on. I know I've done something with the tops of this tower. No, I haven't. I thought I had. Huh. Okay. Oh, it's this one I've done. I've done the smallest tower. Wow. So actually, I've still got to do this tower. Oh, good lord. So, of all the things that I've fixed, I've only done this edge of these ones. I still have this one to do. And this one to do. And this one to do. I'm going to need so much dark oak. That's not dark oak, that's deep slate Scotsman. Would you mind actually using the correct materials? Yay, Kel's not going to murder me for fnurбling Matilda. Moving on. Don't look at the work ahead that needs doing, just look at what you've done and then keep building, and just keep building. Just keep building, just keep building. Pretty sure it wasn't any worse than your Aussie accent. Yep. Poor Krillbo Caggins? Good lord. Crikey. Right, stone bricks can go in here, of which I've got plenty now. Let's put the stone... That's not the stone. That's the stone. Oh, is that enough for cobbled deep slate? Who knows? Let's find out. If it isn't, we can always go back to IKEA and get more. Cagend. Cagend sounds like it's not sensible. Right. First things... Hold on. I do have polished deep slate walls already. And I do have deep slate brick walls already. Not much, but it's better than starting from nothing. Caggins, he related to a Baggins by any chance? Does she live over the hill rather than under the hill? Oh. Right. The unholy offspring of Bilbo Baggins and Mrs. Goggins from Postman Pat. That sounds so... Who? Let's make like 16 of these. I know I've just gotten rid of a load of the other ones. Far, far away, in a world that makes sense, we find Scotsman sitting in a corner going, what the fnurbles is going on in chat? Underground, overground, fnurbling free, the fnurbles of Wimbledon are wondering we... Which bit should I do first? I feel like I should work from front to back here, as opposed to forwards and backwards. Which means I should probably start here. Ooh, I nearly missed that. Oh, you're kidding! I still have another. Ah. I missed a pair of pillars that need to be... Oh. I'm... Yeah, nevilled. How can I forget Fraggle Rock? We have plans in the long-term You've Got to Be Silly list for building a Fraggle Rock variant underneath the Frozen Archives. Don't ask how that's going to work. Mostly because I don't know. Is this one? Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about. Right, now the question is, can I stop digging before I end up spleefing myself? Yes, just. Frazzled rock. Isn't frazzled rock what happens when you confuse Dwayne Johnson? And I don't mean Dwayne Dibley. How can that be Dwayne Dibley? Why is there even a block there? Oh, no, too many. I think Lotus has given up on the stream. Don't blame them. I know I have. Given up a long time ago. That makes two of us. Far, a bit more, one of those. He says counting to 2. The interesting thing is, matching with that is not matching with that. Oh well. I mean, I could be precious about this and go back and fix both. But I ain't that precious. Right. Okay, so those 2 pillars are now pillared to be pillars. So they're now pillars of the community. At some point, we need to work out what's going to go inside of these curves. Because it's going to have something. That's deep slate bricks. That's bricks. And that's polished. Right. Let's a couple of those. Bit of this. Ooh, hold on. I was... Great. Don't mind me. I'm just firing my yeah. Firing my sanity at this rate. I've fired my walls everywhere. Or sanity. I never had any. Have a continuation of a post-mortem meeting in 20 minutes. I am so sorry, Raven. I am so sorry. Those are never fun. Did I manage to pick up everything that I dropped? Reality. Reality died. We're currently living in a simulation. Not quite the Hermatrix. Nobody's allowed in the Hermatrix. But... oh, how am I going to get back up there? I mean, I could just basically fly myself at it. I suppose I've got an ender pearl in one of these pouches. No. Why am I carrying honeycomb and an empty shulker? Aha! I found a way up. Haha! Never touched me. Cheat! Yep. If at first you don't succeed, you obviously weren't cheating hard enough. Oh no, I fell off the wall. Ah, there we are. I'm on the wall again. Ah, no. Kind of feel like there's supposed to be a solid block here somewhere, but I don't know where. Actually, this tower is mostly already above the point where there are floors in the building, so it's not got to worry about sections that line up to floors, so we can just keep going up. Oh, good. And then these two get to be solid because they interact with the back of something. That's not supposed to be there. That I'll do is that and that. Excellent. And now we find a bed and sleep. Pushed a pair of features from the current project to UAT last night. Got handed back a rather longer list of missed QAA. Ooh. Yeah, that generally results in a post-mortem. No. Oh, actually, no, I didn't want to be down here. I had that moment of, I fnurbled it, I didn't mean to jump, but apparently I did. A lot of this detail is never going to be visible. But it's the bits that make this building solid. Oh well. Annoyingly, some of them were things that were working at one point and something broke it again. Oh, regressions. Regressions are evil. Let me on the wall. There we are. Right. Hold on. Wait. I've gone too high again. One 100. Yeah. There. Wow. I completely missed the landing there. Nobled that one royally. I managed to get all the... No, there's a block up there that needs to be caught up. Best way up is this way. Do, 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 do. Alright. Caught that one. Now there was one on the wall back there that I need to get to somehow. Oh, and there was a Pokemon in chat that I didn't even notice. Oopsie. I should be able to pick up that block through the wall. I did. Convenient. Alright, let's get back. Well, that's no good. I wanted to be up there. I'm not up there, am I? Come on, skulls. Blah. Take 7. I was expecting myself to experience kinetic energy there. It was due. I can hear the No Drama Safety Llama sitting in a corner going, "What is he doing?" Can this dude not fly in the slightest? So it's supposed to just be a week. Don't think that'll do ya. Hopefully it'll be better than you are expecting, Raven. Let's do a pair of those. That feels good. For all that that's not really visible, actually has filled in the section that needed to be done, and it does make this area feel more solid. I love the fact that I'm actually correcting areas of the building that people may never see. For some reason, my brain's just gone, end of line. It's Raven's message there. Right. Ow. Where am I going? How am I fnebling it so badly? Okay. Let's do these pillars. Sorry. This pillar and this pillar. Let's start with a bit of solid. Where's floor level? 80. Really? That's 80? That's 80. Excellent. So now we start with the walls. Until... Where's the next floor level? Next floor level is at... Pardon? What? $87. That's better. 83. 86. So now we line this so that there's a... been working an extra hour in the morning until this ends, since the afternoon is full of meetings and context switching. That's evil. Having to work extra in the morning to cope with fnurblery. Okay, the next floor... So that's 87 is 8. Really? 97. I keep reading the block line. I'm reading stuff you can't even see anyway. I've just realised there's a camera count in the way. Let me up. There we are. Thank you. So that's at 94. I'm at 92. One more. Like so. And then... You prefer it to be the afternoon? I mean, I tend to end up context switching at no matter what. It doesn't actually have any opportunity that I can control. Wait, we're really at 200? Oh. Goodness. Thank you, Raven. Okay, that's at 101. This is 100, so let's put that at that. I'm going to keep going up to the top of this tower and then do the wrap up. This is that moment where it's just sort of straight wrong. Goodbye! Straight up until we hit the top of the tower. Can I not moss blocks underwater? No. Moss has to be solids with air above it to be mossed. The only thing that you can affect underwater is placing of bone meal to make things like seagrass and use of a bottle to make mud. Phew. You know what? It's probably an idea to sleep before I jump off this tower. Because it tries to grow things like grass and other flowers, and so it's considered, it requires air blocks. You don't want to drain this area. Your option might, your better option might be to just have a moss farm and just place the moss down. Yikes. Hole. Hoddle. Hey, Puffy. You seem to be very happy in this tunnel. I seem to have found an accidental design for a gas corridor or gas dock. He seems absolutely, completely not in any way, shape or form intending to leave that corridor. I don't know why, but it's working. It is the Hall Marshmallow, yep. Right. let us have a look at what any of this looks like in the cam account. And honestly, most of the stuff that we've done today is not visible. However, it is starting to show up back here. It's not much, but we've done a bit. And it is... Oh, we did all the foxes. True. Yeah, we did as I was... As I stated in the title, we did chase around foxes to make them stay young. Oh, good lord. But we've also got a lot of the solid work done on this to allow for it to start being filled in. I mean, for all that it's not visible except in areas like here, that is a lot of closing up of the build. So we're starting to turn this into a solid building. And I really love the way this looks. So, hopefully, he says, tomorrow, when we come back, we'll be able to actually start on the back of this and de-greenify it, which is going to be an interesting exercise in trying to make very, very large flat surfaces not feel boring. Because this isn't going to have windows in it. Do greenify it. No, de-greenify it. We're going to put the back on it. Still got to do a load of work on the interior ones we have, but, yeah. It's a Linux build. What? I don't get that one, Raven. We're building a back door. Oh, dear. I'm not going to have windows on it. Oh, right. Yes. Not on the back wall, or at least nothing, not large portions of it, because it is, a lot of this is very much solid build. So this section, for example, all the way up here, it's just going to be solid. It's there for support. It's not actual sort of building space. Down here, I will probably put windows. And these side sections are probably going to be solid. So it's going to be an interesting bit to texture. And for some reason, this view just... I hadn't seen this view for a while. Let's see if we can come back tomorrow at the end of stream and see what this view looks like, and see if we can see if it will have become significantly better. A proportion cloud is built on Linux, and the consumer view is Windows. Seems normal. Yes, exactly. Ah, goodness. We have, however, reached the point where it is probably safer for me to not be trying to figure all of this out any further, at least not on stream. I might actually fix the second black section of tower, because you've just seen me do one. You don't need to see me do the other three. So, thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been absolutely lovely having you all here. And fantastic being able to actually run around and get things like the foxes chased. Yes, Blending. Hey, Blending. We were chasing foxes around, but we were chasing foxes around to make them stay young, which I think is probably just fun. You saw. Wasn't sure how long you'd been lurking. Thank you for the lurk. Lurkers are fantastic. People who are chatting are fantastic. Everybody who joins the stream is fantastic. I do love having you all here. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously, where, as mentioned, hopefully we're going to, put a back on this. Maybe some Windows, maybe some Linux. Raven, that's your fault. I've got 2 possibilities for targets for a raid to finish out the evening. Put my back into it. Yes, exactly. Do we want to go to one shot, or do we want to go to a subathon as a result of I was going to say Sherbet, but I hadn't noticed Griffin. Oh yeah, we've got Griffin on one shot. Ooh, I don't think I've raided Griffin in forever. Because I was thinking Professor Sherbet, who's doing a Last Life for... Is it Last Life for Extra Life? Or a... No, it's a Guild Rush subathon. But actually, I think Griffin Prime. I haven't raided Griffin Prime in forever. So let's go and see them. Because they are fantastic. And they are on One Shot, which is on its last day. The countdown is live. The exit timer is going. So let's all be kind, be amazing, and be fantastic by going to see them. Good lord, I've been around you out too much, Elkhorn. So let's go and see them tonight. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. It has been lovely to see you, and I will hopefully see you all again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.